What do you say, baseball fans? Rye Bread talking baseball. We're back for episode 92. Little all-star break for us as we set up the Ryeno cards, LLC. We are going live. We've got some cards to show today to get us off on the right foot with Ryeno cards. Some big ones. A little bit of the Meadows coming off his big night to get the Rays a much-needed extra innings W against Atlanta. The National League East is reeling. And the Rays needed that extra innings win. They've been kind of snake-bit in that department. And Meadows came up big with runners in scoring position. I'm so pumped about them battling back. They're going to battle. They got good performances all over the place. Love seeing G-Man Choi go Appa with a bomb. It was just a great performance, gritty performance by the Rays against a tough Atlanta team that really needs to start winning games. And still kind of in a bad place after getting that news about Acuna. So I do not expect the Braves to be there at the end, but right now they're kind of in the death throes, I think, of their season. They need these games, and they're not doing great as far as the overall picture in the NL East is concerned. We're looking Phillies and Mets there. We're going to talk a little bit about that Mets dust-up after we get through this Rays piece here. Last night, Freddie Freeman had himself a night. It was 5 hits for Freeman. Home runs, singles. No, he was doing it all. Stole a base. Freddie Freeman stole a base. Come on, Mike. Mike Wheelzanino. Can't let it happen. They stole it off the pitcher. There's the old Freddie Freeman Bowman. We're starting out slow. Anything with Bowman on it, we like it. I wanted to show this one as well. Remember, that 44 in the outfield in Atlanta's there for a reason. Sad to hear, but man, that's a nice looking Hank Aaron right there. It's not an original Hank Aaron, but these throwback cards are so pretty. Tonight's matchup, Fleming and Fried. Now, Flem, he usually does just enough to get you by. I like it. He works at a fast pace, pitches to contact. He's just a pitcher. He doesn't have overwhelming stuff. We've been all over Fleming. Nothing really new to report here. This is a Stadium Black Max Fried. This is an excellent card. You see how it's in the top rather than being chrome. It's black. They have a red and a black. The black is less common than the red. Now, I can show you the difference between those two with this Paddock. Paddock red, Paddock black. Paddock gets a win in a 22-8 drubbing of the Nats. We're going to get to him later as well. One thing about tonight, Rays need to keep winning games because Boston keeps winning games, and there's nothing to tell me that Boston's going to lose to the Yankees anytime soon. Yankees are in big trouble. Red Sox do enough, win 4-0 against the Yankees. It's just more of the same in that series. I thought the Rays had the Yankees number. Boston, woof, they're doing them dirty. And there's not much help on the horizon for the Yankees unless they go out and get a big deal done. At some point, they're going to have to do something because the fan base is getting restless there, and it's not looking good. The Mets are across town in first place somehow because they don't look great either. We still like the Phillies out there in the NL East. Before we switch over there all the way to the National League, A's get a big win 5-4 against Cleveland. Don't forget, Cleveland's the only non-American League East-West team still in the hunt for that wild card. And these are big games for the A's, who still hold on to that second wild card spot right behind the Rays. 2 back of the Rays for that second wild card spot. Get a big win against Cleveland 5-4. And tonight, you've got a little Frankie Montas action. I wanted to take the opportunity. This is a sepia. This is kind of a new from the top Stadium. It's a little bit more color bleed through than a straight black and white, but these ones aren't quite as common. Really nice looking cards here. If the A's can keep winning their games and hold off the rest of the West, they're looking pretty good. But man, you can't count out the M's. The Mariners are 3.5 games back, got a big win against the Angels. Angels are now a 500 ball club. And with Trout, maybe he could come back today, but he's not going to. He's eligible to return today, but he will not. He's not started running. Apparently he's taken a few swings, but man, they need him back, but not at the expense of losing him for the rest of the season. So they're going to be patient, but the Angels are running out of time. We kind of buried them a little bit early. They're a fourth place team at the All-Star break. That's not great. It's not impossible, but it's highly unlikely to see the Angels come all the way back from that unless they make a big move for pitching. And I don't see them doing that, frankly. So, Red Sox beat the Yankees, A's beat the Indians, and the M's beat the Angels to keep an eye on that wild card race. Switching over to the National League, the Padres scored, 22? 24? I think it's 24-8. My goodness. But it's a great opportunity to highlight old Jake Cronenworth, former Ray. Padres are the only team that get over on the Rays trade-wise. This is a chrome Jake the Snake. Beautiful looking card, rookie. But not quite as nice as this one. Coming off his cycle yesterday, this Jake Cronenworth auto rookie from Stadium is just absolutely on point. The signature could use a little work. I don't know what the hell that is. It does not look like that says Jake Cronenworth. But they all count. And, of course, we highlighted those paddocks. Remember this guy we had mentioned? You know how I love these landscape cards. It's a beautiful looking Tatis. This is the belle of the ball. This is the card we've been waiting for. We'll give you a couple of seconds to admire. This is the card that's on the cover of the Series 2 tops. But this is a Tatis Beam Team Auto. This is my best card. I'm going to hang on to it. It's worth a lot now, but I think it's going to only appreciate in value. Here you go. It's the same image that you find on this top Series 2 box, except ours has the auto on it, and yes, indeed, we'll take it. I expect that the Nats are looking to get back after that drubbing. But speaking of bad blood, before we go, here's that Patino autograph that came in the same bunch. Now, same year, same everything. This is the Rays version rookie. This is the Padres version rookie. I'll take the auto however I can get it, although I'd rather have it in the Rays uni, but we'll take it. One more card highlight before we turn it up. This Stadium, this is a chrome and a regular, but it's Ricky. Big Ricky house. We love Ricky here. Little chrome Ricky. Trying to incorporate the cards a little bit more. We're going to start breaking card packs on the channel as soon as we can get some product. But I think now would be the best time to talk about these Ryeno card exclusives. Austin Meadows, Gem Mint 10 Landscape, rookie in the Rays uni. It's a beaut. And then another landscape. This is the prospect debut for Meadows. You see him there in the Pittsburgh uni. Gem Mint 10. They were giving these away because he was struggling, and now I'm the proud owner of 2 of these Gem Mint 10 Meadows, and I love it. Now, you got to say, if you're the Buccos, got their second win in 2 tries off of Stroman, 4-1 last night, and there was a little bit of a dust-up. And I have to say, Stroman was talking a little hard. He's 5'7", 180, talking to Nagowski, who's got him by half a foot and 60 pounds. I don't doubt the man's heart, but you got to be careful of your head. It's kind of frustrating when guys give that whole hold me back routine. There's no way anybody's going to touch the pitcher. And when you're talking all hard like that with all those people there that will make sure that nothing happens to you, it falls a little flat for me. I like Stroman. I like his emotion, and I like what he does for the game. I think he's a positive influence on the game. And it was kind of disheartening to see that yesterday. I didn't like how that all played out. But he's struggling. Stroman's overall numbers look pretty good, but his ERA in July is at 4.8. And the Mets have lost 5 of his last 6 starts, so obviously he's frustrated. And if you're on the Buccos, you got to be frustrated just because nothing seems to have gone right for that team. But Stroman's lost his last 2 outings against the Buccos and 5 of his last 6. Even though he didn't take the L in all of those, his record still stands at 5-7. So you got yourself a losing pitcher there. Would I take him on the Rays? Absolutely. Love his heart, love his attitude. I like what he does for the game, but I could pump the brakes on talking smack to somebody that's got you by half a foot and 60 pounds, because I think we know how that would play out. Not expecting him to sit there and take it, but let's not push it too far. That was a little bit of a bad look for him. But I expect the Mets are frustrated. And the Phillies are nipping at their heels, but the Phillies can't get right either. Phillies looking to buy at the deadline, but I don't know what you can change there. They've been injured. They're starting to get healthy. I expect that pitching staff to be pretty good and for the Phillies to catch the Mets. But as it stands right now, the Mets are still in first place, reeling a bit after a loss to the Buccos last night. And I was going to touch on this Manfred thing, looking like he wants the game to look like it did when he was a kid, but we got a little bit too heavy in the card, so we're going to push that to tomorrow. Don't forget, you have any questions about the cards, you come see me. We're going to get the breaks going here. Thanks for coming back and looking at us. We're going to be on Twitter today watching the games at Rybread0844. Come on and hit me up. Let's get it going. If you're in Tampa, St. Pete, Clearwater, don't forget Bascom's Chop House. Best steak in the city, best wine list in the city. You won't be disappointed. Shargo Island, Bravo Beach Resort. It's where you want to go take your next vacay. And of course, now I'll plug my own shit. I got Ryeno Cards, LLC. It's starting up. We'll get up as many cards through this thing as we can without putting you guys to sleep. And hopefully be back here for a couple of breaks. We'll see you again tomorrow. We're going to be back at it here on our way to do 162.